I work for an organization called Inclusive and Affirming Ministries. We are an organization that works in faith advocacy. The vision is that we are working towards addressing religious-based homophobia, and we strongly believe in spaces of faith that are affirming of sexual orientation, gender identity, and gender expression. We're working towards faith spaces that not only recognize but celebrate the participation and the gifts that LGBTQI persons bring within the faith space. We work with church as an institution, so clergy, policy reformation, support of LGBTQI clergy and allies, but also working in community with civil society. We also work with seminarians and researchers that bring in queer theology as a theory or a lens in reading the Bible, and it brings in a different perspective when it comes to talking about the church and talking about practice and inclusion. One of the things that we do tackle is around interpretation of scriptures, because a lot of the times you find that the pastors who often don't go into formal education, so are not exposed to gender theory and are not exposed to working with gender, they interpret the scripture in a very exclusionary, homophobic way. I don't want these narratives to become full stops to engagement. I would rather use that as a space of let's talk about this, let's have this dialogue. What is the Bible saying? How does it portray gender or voices around masculinity, femininity, and all of that? I've been in workshops where specifically people who are non-binary or who are trans, who come from rural spaces and who studied in like metropolitan areas, where the family will say, oh, it's because you went to UCT, you got exposed to Cape Town, which is a gay capital, no wonder you turned out gay, you should have stayed in Eastern Cape or rural space, but not understanding that it wasn't because of the environment that they were exposed to. It's just that environment became one of affirmation. Therefore, people got comfortable in how they express themselves. In society, there's a need to have conversations and dialogues to get a deepened understanding around diversity and inclusion.